I just wanted to talk to you guys today about something very exciting that happened in the last 2 weeks in the community. So, everybody knows about Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander, the guy in the middle right here. He's got a funny looking Cobra logo. The eyes look like Mickey Mouse ears, and so he's called Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander. Now, he shipped in December. Actually, the orders came in over the holidays of December 1982 while everyone was away to Christmas. They came back to mailbags and mailbags and mailbags full of mail order offers for Cobra Commander that kids had sent in for. So he was rushed out in January, February of 1983. And this logo was pretty quickly revised, though, to the more refined logo that you see on the left. So this is still straight arm Cobra Commander with the more refined logo. And then in 1983, in the summer when they released the 1.5s, that's when they got the swivel arms. That featured the more refined logo as well. So this is lovingly referred to as Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander. It's quite a bit more rare than the one on the left, and people love them. So anyway, what was interesting that happened this week, and it first went out on eBay and then people started sharing it and talking about it in the groups, was this auction by a gentleman from Massachusetts. So he had some pretty rare pre-production items. He had the original short fuse and breaker revised head sculpts that Gary Head brought to the community many, many years ago. So we knew about these figures. There was also Zap that were pitched as being replacements or refreshments for these three figures that have been around since 1982. Mint on card specimens that are FEPs have emerged for these three figures. We've seen all three of these on card backs. They're all 1984 card backs. And they never actually made it to retail, though. So they only made it to final engineering pilot, which is what it's called in the pre-production community. So he had these figures. These are super rare. I cannot understate that. These are very rare figures. And so for him to have those added a lot of credence to the fact that this person had access to FEPs. Now, what he had access to that we had not seen before, and it turns out one other collector at least does have one of these in his collection. So it's not that these don't exist anywhere else, but for most people, it was the first time seeing this. Cobra Trooper and Cobra Officer from 1982 have never been found with these Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander logos. So this Mickey Mouse Cobra logo has never been seen on these figures before by 99.9% of the community, including myself. Now, we've had a lot of conversations within the pre-production community, kind of behind closed doors and out in the open among a bunch of the groups. And everybody that is really in the know wholeheartedly believes that these are true. They just make sense. And so when you start to look at, well, how did this happen? So it started in 1982 with Ron Rudat. Hasbro and Marvel got together, and Marvel famously said, well, who is G.I. Joe going to fight? Then Archie Goodwin off the cuff came up with, let's have them fight Cobra. It'll be a terrorist organization. And that's just the brilliance of Archie Goodwin at Marvel Comics. So Ron Rudat went back to work at Hasbro, designed the Cobra, Cobra Officer, and Cobra Commander in parallel. We've got all the artwork for that. You can look at it for free right here on 3D Joe's. I'll show you where. But this was the original Cobra logo that Ron Rudat designed at that time. And so if you want to find out more about Ron Rudat, go to pre-production and then go to creator profiles and then go to Ron Rudat. And this is the godfather of G.I. Joe. He designed the first 115 figures of the line, give or take a few. He basically did everything from 1982 to 1986 and then split the load with Mark Pennington for the figures released in 87. Immeasurable impact on the brand. Also under pre-production, you go to figures in 1982 and there's a Cobra page and a Cobra Officer page with the information that I'm getting ready to review. So this is the original design for the Cobra Officer. I love looking at Ron Rudat's original line art because you can see things that he intended, like showing the rank on the shoulder, on the top here, knowing that this is a little timed explosive device in his web gear. These are cartridges for his modified AKM, which is a AK-47. He's got a knife like Cobra Commander's. This was dated 9/3/81, so that's when the Officer was being designed. We'll go to the Cobra Trooper. So you go to pre-production figures 1982, and we'll go to Cobra. All right. And so here's the design for the Cobra. He's got a grenade launcher on his chest. So those of you that thought it might be a flare, no, it is a grenade launcher. I believe these are grenade launcher rounds on his left shoulder as well. He's got piano wire or garrote on his right arm. So that's used for choking people out, which is crazy. I love it. And this is dated 9/2/81. So he was working on the Cobra Officer on 9/3. And he was working on the Cobra on 9/2. So if you scroll down, you'll see creator commentary from Kirk and Ron talking about creating the original Cobras. You'll see the original logo hanging in his hallway. You'll see Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander right here. And now you'll see this factory final engineering pilot, FEP, of the Cobra with the Mickey Mouse Cobra logo and our explanation for why that exists out there in the world. It's never been found at retail. It's never been found in a mail order bag or mint on card. We do not believe that this was ever manufactured and released at retail. We believe this is a final engineering pilot, which is basically a final factory sample, usually released maybe 50 at a time, to Hasbro for quality control purposes. And until we find one in a mail order bag or a 1982 Missile Command headquarters sealed box or something of that nature, we're going to believe that this is a final engineering pilot, not a retail specimen. You can also see the unadorned package artwork where obviously the refined logo is featured. And then you can see a proof card. This is a proof card from 1984. You can tell by the swivel arm grip not saying new. It would say new in 83 and it would say with in 1984. So this is the 1984 proof card. And then you can see the retail specimen from 1982. So that is under pre-production. Similarly, the Cobra officer page, you get all the same kind of content. And here you see the FEP for the Cobra officer. So I just wanted to shout out to Joe Declassified for helping me pull these pages together here on 3D.JOE's, free and in perpetuity. Go to pre-production, go to figures, and get in there and check out what we put up for you so far. There is a lot more to come. Also, have to say congratulations to Aaron Porter for winning these auctions, and a huge thank you from the community to Aaron Porter for being willing to share such nice photos of these. As soon as he got them, he went back out on the Facebook groups and shared more photos of them, and that just shows the kind of collector that he is. It's always really cool when these things fall in the hands of people that want to share the love and share the knowledge. So thank you, Aaron, for sharing those photos. Also, here is the Cobra officer with the Mickey Mouse logo. Below that, you'll see the unadorned package artwork where they still had the red logo in place here. So that's another change that was made throughout the kind of pre-production process. Obviously, by the time Cobra Officer made it to retail, he had the silver logo. This is a 1984 proof card, but you can see here on the 1982 final product at the bottom that it was indeed the refined silver logo. So congratulations again to Aaron Porter on the big auction win. And hope you guys are having a very Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you. Hope everybody's enjoying a little bit of time off of work. And you guys take care and open up some G.I. Joes for Christmas. Yo, Joe.
You've not seen the last of Cobra.
G.I. Joe and Cobra the Enemy, each sold separately from Hasbro.